And Ryan Newman has been released. Ryan, first of all, from your head to your toes to your fingers, what are you feeling physically?
Sore. Just really disappointed. I mean, we had this race back here in the spring and complained about cars getting airborne, and now, ironically, I'm the guy that gets upside down and have a roll bars down on top of my helmet and stuck upside down on top of inside my U.S. Army Chevrolet. So it's just disappointing. I mean, I wish NASCAR would do something. It was a boring race for the fans. That's not something anybody wants to see. At least I hope not. If they do, go home, because you don't belong here. And just a product of this racing and what NASCAR's put us into with this box, with these restrictor plates, with these types of cars, with the yellow line, with no bump draft and no passing. And drivers used to be able to respect each other and race around each other. Richard Petty, David Pearson, Bobby Allison, all those guys have always done that. And I guess they don't think much of us anymore.
Ryan, when you were upside down, you didn't respond to your team right away. Can you take us through those moments?
No, I knocked the antenna off the car. When they rolled the car back over, the antenna wire connected, and I criticized what was going on, but it just is no fun. I mean, it's disappointing. There's no good part of it. I mean, it's not a good race for the fans, and that's the bottom line. So we're trying to service as the fans, and they can stand up and cheer when there's 3 to go with a green white checker, but that's not racing. It's supposed to be racing all day long, and I think we've lost a little bit of that luster.
Ryan, what was it like to walk back here in the medical center and see your wife Chrissy? We talked about it before the race.
I'm just glad to see her. I mean, it's emotional, just like we talked about, but it's not the way I wanted to see her after the race. And just got to thank Butler, Bill, Simpson Race Products, all the people, all the guys at the shop, that Hendrick Chassis, what they do to make the race car safer. When I had the roll cage landing on my head, I was a little worried, and I was happy to be able to walk out of that in a roundabout way.
Ryan, we're really glad he's with us. He's okay, Doc.
Ryan Newman upset about the day, about the wreck, and angry about the day. The 5 car has come on the pit road. The 88 car has pitted. The 24 car was out of gas and was getting a push by the wrecker to come back around. There's a 24 car of Jeff Gordon.
We've got another car that's just about stopped past the start-finish line. It's the 13 car Max Pappas.
So these guys were really close on fuel anyway. They thought they could make it, but now with the green-white checkered and Montoya, we are being told, out of fuel.
Yeah, they were going to try to get this race started, but these cars keep running out of fuel.
Boy, this all helps Jimmy Johnson, the 5 and the 20. Well, the 24 particularly having to be helped around. The 42 now, as he's able to come down. Johnson was being shown in 22nd position. And now, right now, Jimmy Johnson has moved up to 16th because of some of these guys that have come on pit road to top off.
It's going to be an interesting finish here with these cars low on fuel.
Yeah, it is that, and Jimmy Johnson, he
wait.
needs to just make sure he finishes this race because he's in a position to gain points in a day that he was just hoping not to lose too many.
RPM's up. Let's get doing. You got pressure for sure. For sure. We got pressure. Okay. All right. Let's go. Watch your speed. Watch your speed. Watch your speed.
Okay. What they were doing there, they had a bottle of fuel in that cowl opening. They were putting raw fuel down in the carburetor. That's what was keeping the car running, and they weren't going to let Jeff go until he saw fuel pressure on his gauge. And that's what David Strim is not seeing right now. He's out of fuel, and now they're not going. NASCAR's going to leave the caution out.
They have called off the green flag, and what a tough break for David Strimmy. So we will have in just a moment the 5th green-white checkered in 2009, and it should be a wild one here at Talladega. NASCAR Sprint Cup Series chase for the Sprint Cup, and the ticket of the chase, we're going to be in Texas Motor Speedway, deep in the heart of Texas, next week on Sunday afternoon, 2:30 Eastern Time. Then to the Mile in the Desert, Phoenix International Raceway, and it all comes down to a championship weekend, Homestead Miami Speedway, on November 22nd, all live right here on ABC. They will crown a NASCAR champion, possibly a page being written in the NASCAR history books as Jimmy Johnson can win his 4th consecutive championship in a row. And all these drivers peeling off guys to get fuel is really helping the 48 car.
Yeah, you see Matt Kenseth had to go down pit road this time.
One attempt at a green-white checkered flag.
Okay, now you see Jamie McMurray was actually the leader.
There's John Andretti. He's out of fuel up on the high side.
Jamie McMurray was the leader, and you saw Brian Vickers beat him to the start-finish line.
See him lined up on the inside of Casey Kane, Joey Logano.
See, Vickers does give the spot back.
There's Greg Biffle right behind them.
3 of the last fall races here, 4 fall races. The winner has taken the lead on the final lap. They will come down for the white flag this time. Look at the damaged 2 car of Kurt Busch back there.
Oh, they're still beating and banging. Here comes Keselowski.
He's not afraid to beat and bang. You know that.
How about Carl Edwards, who made that charge on the final lap in April? He's up high.
Got a long way to go and coming to the white flag.
Yeah.
Oh, here goes Kurt Busch around.
Oh.
Crash behind you. Crash.
Oh,
Mark's
upside down.
Mark Martin is over on his roof.
Back on his wheel.
Into the wall. Casey Mears, Rudiman is there. Reagan is there. Robbie Gordon, Jeff Gordon.
See Montoya driving through the grass.
And the white flag and the yellow flag are waving.
Mark still driving his car.
Martin coming from his roof, and there's the damaged 2 car sitting on the apron. Jeff Gordon trying to limp back.
Yeah.
Mark Martin trying to get that car to move, and it will not move.
Now it's got some ruptured lines, it looks like.
And Jamie McMurray would be the winner here at Talladega. Now they will have to go back, NASCAR has to go back and look at the video. They do not use scoring loops on the final lap. They go back and look at the actual video. But McMurray at the age of 33 gets his first win in 85 races.
We're going to make it. Be sure to make it back, dude.
That is if he makes it back.
Yeah, still got to make it to the finish line.
Yeah.
Right now they're showing Casey Kane in second, Logano third, Biffle and Jeff Burton in the top 5.
Looks like he is going to make it to the finish line, Jamie McMurray.
So the first Ford win here in 21 races. The last Ford to win here, Dale Jarrett, in October of 2005. But now it is Jamie McMurray in victory lane as a winner at Talladega.
Now, unofficially, looks like maybe Casey Kane will finish second. Joey Logano around third.
Great job.
Greg Biffle did a great job. Jeff Burton up maybe somewhere around the 5th spot, as NASCAR, as Doc said, will have to go back to the loops and see exactly where everyone was when the caution was displayed.
Mark Martin was hoping to have a top 5. You see the damage car on the 00, but Mark Martin was hoping to have a top 5. And they've helped him get out of the car. There's the 2 car being worked on. Let's show you again here, coming down for the white flag at a turn 4.
Looks like Keselowski got into the 2 a little too hard, but Jimmy Johnson just in front of that 82 car, you can see sneaks by there, along with Michael Waltrip.
Looks like Keselowski was actually getting a little bit of a shove from behind, too, from Brian Vickers. Kind of a stack-up that caused it.
And Mark Martin went completely over on his roof, back over on the wheels, came and hit the outside wall, and slid down across the grass. Right now we're showing Mark Martin in 29th position, a lap down.
You know, what a great job by Jamie McMurray all day, though. He played the game right. He just waited until it was time. He had a fast race car. You can see here once again, as Kurt Busch gets turned, man, looked like he was going to make something out of a very frustrating day also.
In the mirror here. In the mirror. 09 just wrecked us.
This all happened just behind Jimmy Johnson. Now watch what Mark Martin saw as he was riding here to come take the white flag.
Watch the 1 coming down.
Oh, man. Yeah, you can't watch something like that. You could hear him say, watch the 1 coming down, but no time.
Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s onboard camera here on the final lap.
Say hi, come on.
Goodness gracious life.
You saw Truex's 1 car just clip the right rear quarter panel of the 5 car. And there is the 26 car, Jamie McMurray. His 3rd career win. What a day for McMurray, the crew, and crew chief Donnie Wingo. Let's go down there.
And Donnie getting a lot of congratulations from all his competitors. Just like you planned it, right?
Yeah, kind of. You know, the race kind of played out like we wanted it to. We kind of fell back there at the beginning because it just seems like we can go to the front here, and the last time we got caught up 7 laps in, and today we decided to start at the back and just work our way up toward the end, and there at the end got to the front when we needed to, and he was able to hold them off. But man, that was the longest 5 laps I've ever spent, I believe, down here at the end. It was getting close on fuel. just got to thank all those guys back at the shop. It's a brand new car we brought down here. So, I mean, it's a good job on those guys' part, just everybody on this team. You know, we're over in Industrial Tools, everybody involved. Just appreciate everybody.
Everybody holds their cards so tight, Donnie. Did you know the car was this good?
Yeah, I mean, we felt like the car was pretty good in practice. You know, we kind of stayed out of everything in practice because you know how it is here. You know, you got what you got when you get here. And like I say, we built a new car here, and those guys did a good job on it, and here we are.
What they had was pretty darn good, guys.